This recording is working backwards, again looking at subscriptions, but this time we're going from the subscriptions received, which will be the figure in the trial balance initially, and also the figure that goes in the receipts and payments account. We're reconciling back to subscriptions. We've also got a trial balance here, which we'll work through as we go. So, Turkey Kite Club, we're going to work through first, and then you can do the Seniors Computer Club afterwards. So the Turkey Kite Club, what we're going to do is double click in here, and subscriptions received. It tells us that we have received 14,850. So we'll type it in there. Our membership fee is $90 per year. So what we're going to do is calculate the number of members. That's the total, and we're going to divide that by 90. And what this tells us is the number of members who have paid. So we've got 165 paid up memberships, assuming they all paid $90. Next thing we're going to work with is the subscription in advance. So subscriptions in advance. We have one member has paid in advance and 12 are still owing. So we can put out one member in here. So one member, and we know now that's $90. Because they're paid in advance, they shouldn't be part of our income. They're actually a liability because we owe them a whole year's membership. So that liability will come out of the received to calculate our income. So you'll just do a subtraction there. And we can even do the subtraction here. Equals 165 minus 1 to give us 164. I know you don't need a formula to do that. You could do it in your head. Next one, subscriptions in arrears. So how many members are still owing? It tells us 12 are still owing. So we'll say 12. And they all owe us 90. So the amount total owed is equals 12, which we'll click on by referencing it, multiplied by 90. So we're owed another $1,080. So our income, therefore, is 14,760 plus what we owed, 15,840. So that's our income. To calculate the members, nice and easy, we're going to divide that by, what was the membership fee again? $90. So divide by 90. And so it tells us we've got 176 members. Down here in the trial balance, we're just going to adjust the trial balance because that's what it was at the start. But we've got a few things we're going to add into that. Firstly, we're going to add in subscriptions in advance. Because it's a liability, we're going to put it on the credit side. And that's just $90. So what this means is that we owe one of our members 1 year membership. Because we've added it onto the credit side to make our trial balance balance, we're going to have to subtract it from here. So double click in there, type equals, and we're going to minus our 90. And you see our subscriptions here links to the figure that we've got up top. But we've also got those subscriptions in arrears. Now they are an asset, so we're going to put them over here, this side. Why are they an asset? It's because if we're using accounting definition, they represent a future economic benefit to us based on a past transaction, and we've got control. We can go to these members and demand our money. So the amount we know that is equal to 1,080. So we've got an asset, current asset, they should be paying us soon, 1,080. We're going to go to the subscriptions. I've added it onto this side, the debit side, so I'm also going to have to add it onto the credit side. So in that formula you put earlier, I'm just going to add plus and click on 1080 or F2. And so our subscriptions revenue is 15,840. Note that it's the same as up here. So we've done that reconciliation now. This figure from the trial balance will then go into your income statement as the subscriptions revenue. Now that you've done that, just click off it and right click in, this one will do, worksheet object, and open. And we've got, if you just bring it across to their side, and we've got the Seniors Computer Club here. So this is the exercise I'd like you to do. So we've finished this one and the previous exercise. I'd like you to do this one, calculate the members, total, same process, adjust for the trial balance over here. And it says here unhide rows 27 to 32 to check your answers. You do that, I'll just scroll down and show you. 27 to 32, so highlight those two. Right click and go unhide, and the answers come up. Great. After that, there's subscriptions in advance and asset or liability. Why? Remember, in describing asset or liability, you have to talk about past transaction, present control or obligation, and future economic benefit or sacrifice. Alright, so that's what you need to do for this part of the question. Good luck.